Hello and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box. Now, when you're a singer-songwriter, if you write one of the best songs of all time, that's considered a huge triumph. But what if you write three of the best songs of all time? Your name might be Don McLean. Now, Don McLean was born on this day, and he's still going very, very strong. So I want to first and foremost wish him a happy birthday. Now, if you're watching this video tomorrow or yesterday, and I don't know how you do that, but time travel being what it is, it won't make sense. So let's go to something that's more universal. Don McLean is one of the best singer-songwriters ever, and his breakthrough album was his second album, American Pie in '71, is one of the great triumphs in that very important genre of singer-songwriting that became explosively popular in the '70s. And this album, of course, contained the title track, as most albums do, although there are some exceptions, Houses of the Holy by Led Zeppelin being one of them. But this album was really just fantastic. It had it all. And the title track was it was a requiem for many things. It was, in a direct sense, a requiem for Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper, but it was also a requiem for a boomer generation that was starting to lose some of its innocence and idealism. And it traced the reasons why, both through direct references to historical events and to more metaphorical references to the kinds of things people were feeling. And the metaphors that McLean used were just really striking and really memorable. Now, this album also contains the song Starry Night. Pardon me, the song Vincent, which references the painting Starry Night. Now, Vincent is another song that I consider one of the finest ever, not just by a singer-songwriter, but of all time. It takes the biography of Vincent van Gogh, and as I said, references his Starry Night painting, and paints a tale that is universally relatable to either the frustrated artist or to a world observing the frustrated artist, because it offers the perspective both of the tortured artist and also of the world sort of passing judgment or ignoring one's brilliance. And if it's one of those songs where if you're not in tears by the time it's over, you should get your pulse checked. Now, even earlier than that, he wrote a song that I consider one of the other greatest songs of all time, and this is And I Love You So, which, interestingly, a few years after McLean released it himself, the great Perry Como did a version of it and really had an Indian summer that lasted right until the '80s in many ways, as someone from that classic pop generation. Now, of course, there are multiple songs that Don McLean wrote that are absolutely excellent, but those three, like I said, they are three of the best songs ever written. And to do that, when many people would, give half of their limbs to write one, is really spectacular. Don McLean, and you can tell this both from his music and from his interviews, he's a very learned man. He's well read, has deep philosophical observations about the world, but always had 2 feet firmly planted on the ground, which is why even when he uses some seemingly obtuse metaphors, they still resonate with people. You don't need a dictionary or a thesaurus or a almanac to really understand what Don is saying to you through his songs. He's one of my favorites of all time. Maybe he's one of yours as well. As always, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.